Thank you.
May I remind everyone present that the meeting is being live streamed as well as recorded via the internet, and this recording archived for future viewing. Could all participants please mute themselves when not speaking in order to avoid any background noise or feedback when other participants are speaking? If a participant wishes to speak, can they use the remote raise hand function? If a participant raises their hand via the remote function and is not subsequently invited to speak by the chair, please could they turn their camera on to indicate or place a message in the chat function. When invited to address by the chair, please could all participants ensure that their microphone and camera is on to ensure that they can be seen and heard when actively participating. If this is not possible for any reason, please bring this to the attention of the chair or the Democratic Services Officer as soon as possible. Please ensure that all debate is raised verbally and not via the chat function for the sake of the recording. The chat function may be used to highlight any technical issues or to get the attention of the chair or Democratic Officer. If any participant has difficulty hearing or being heard when they are addressing the committee, then they should let the chair or Democratic Officer know. So please could I welcome all elected members, officers and anyone watching the live meeting broadcast. Thank you, Chair.
Right, thank you. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome you to the meeting of the Statutory Licensing Committee on today of the 17th of September 2024. I will now move on to the agenda for today's meeting. Item number 1 is apologies for absence. I got apologies from Councillor Hamilton and Wilkinson. And I believe Councillor Bruce has got apologies from Councillor Hennessy.
Hennessy, yes.
None further through to Democratic Chair, thanks.
Okay. Right, that's lovely. Right, item number 2 is the minutes of the meeting held on the 8th of February 2022. Obviously, this was the last meeting of the Statutory Licence Committee held in our previous council, and some members today were not on this committee. I was present, and I will move these minutes as a true record. Can I have a seconder for a member who was present at this meeting? Councillor Norman?
Yeah.
Right. Right, we'll move and second. Those minutes are moved and seconded. Thank you. Right. Item number 3, to receive any declaration of interest and the nature of such interest under the Council's Code of Conduct. Does any member wish to make any declarations of interest? No, I can't see any hands raised. Right, I will now move on to item number 4. This is a report from the Director of Environment and Housing on the review of Statement of Principles Gambling Act 2005 for 2025 to 2028. I don't know which officer is going to take us through that. Is it Kirsty?
I believe Kirsty should be on the line, Chair.
Right.
Hi, Chair.
Good morning, Kirsty. Perhaps you can take us through this document, please.
Of course, thank you. So this is a review of our Statement of Principles for the Gambling Act that you just mentioned. The Gambling Commission is the unified regulator for gambling in Great Britain and is responsible for granting, operating and personal licences for commercial gambling operators. However, the responsibility for land-based licensing premises, as well as functions relating to issuing permits and regulations, rest with local authorities. So the Gambling Commission issues statutory guidance in the manner in which local authorities are to exercise their functions under the Act. And part of this is that the licensing authority must publish on a 3-yearly basis the statement of licensing principles which governing the policy, regulation and decision-making process relating to gambling premises. So in April 2023, the Department for Culture, Media and Sport published its Gambling White Paper, which included proposals for modernising the regulation of the land-based sector. So following a public consultation, the government published its consultation responses and proposals that will impact the sector. So these proposed changes are detailed in paragraph 2.3 of the report and include changes to casinos by providing consistency between different types of casino premises. There is a proposal for a change in the ratio of gaming machines in adult gaming centres and bingo halls. There's a proposal to remove the prohibition for cashless payments on gaming machines. There's an introduction for a legal age limit of 18 for low stake cash out style category D gaming machines. And there's also a proposal to raise the current fee cap that licensing authorities may charge for premises. So this would allow us to undertake more enforcement and engagement with these premises. So these proposed changes are going to be introduced through 6 statutory instruments, which will be laid before Parliament. It's not been confirmed when these changes will be made. However, it's likely to be in the next couple of years. Since the last local review, the council hasn't received any evidence of new trends or concerns within the land-based market. The government white paper highlights that the steady increase in growth and a shift to online gambling has seen neither a market increase overall in gambling participation nor an increase in the population gambling rates. So that being the case, it's proposed that the council move to renew its statement of licensing principles with no changes in policy for this next triennial period. And this approach was set out in our consultation document, and a copy of the draft statement of licensing principles is attached to Appendix A. So there's no changes in policy, just updates to the preface and some administrative elements. And those are detailed in red in Appendix A. So the consultation took place between the 8th of August and the 5th of September. No consultation responses were received. So with that said, it is recommended that the committee approves the proposed statement of licensing principles for the 2025 to 2028, which is detailed in Appendix A, and then it was referred to Cabinet and onto Council for final approval, because this is a council function, sorry. Okay, thank you, Chair.
I do apologise, my internal phone went off then. Does any member wish to raise anything with Kirsty on this document? No. No? Okay. Well, I'd like to move acceptance of the Statement of Principles of the Gambling Act 2025 to 2028. Can I have a seconder for this? Councillor Norman, are you seconding this?
Yeah.
Right, thank you very much. Are we all agreed? Yes, I can't see any dissenters. So thank you very much for that, and thank you, Kirsty, for that presentation. It was very good. Right, item number 5, any items the chair has decided are urgent under part 1. I have no items that are urgent under part 1. Item number 6 is part 2, and I have no issues that are urgent to be dealt with under part 2. Therefore, I will close the meeting and thank everyone for your attendance today. And I hope to see you all at our next meeting. Thank you very much, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.